Injuries suck, and end of the day, you can't control what you can't control, and but what you can control is how hard you hit the training room, recovery, and trying to get back, to being healthy. Hypothetically, if a doctor tells me 8 weeks, I'm going to be back way before that. Like, I'm not going to wait till what's 100%, because I know I'm not going to be 100%, or a lot of us are not going to be 100%. I bet if everyone in this team, or the coaches, if they all go into an MRI scan, they're going to say something's wrong with your body somewhere. So, just trying to get back for the team and talking to Doc and making sure it's safe, and it is safe for me to play. I feel good when I'm out there. And so it felt good to be back out there, because just I hate watching my brothers fight when, they need another brother out there, or multiple more brothers out there, with guys playing 40 minutes and, cramping up or whatever the case may be. Like, it hurts seeing that. So my thought process and my mentality was just trying to get back as soon as possible, and in the safest way if possible, because I have a lot of years ahead of me to play this game called basketball, however long God lets me.
Dan, what was kind of the message after that game? Obviously disappointing, but what was the message from the coaches, from inside the team? What was the message?
We got to really harp on the things the coaches teach us and show us. I don't think it's a coach thing. Staff's been great. They've been teaching us and showing us the ways to win that's been proven to win. I think as us players, I feel like we need to really lock in on those things they teach us to do. Film is just really things we talked about for the 2-day prep of the game, and this shows us things in film that we don't do, but we did really good in practice. We got taught it very good, and if we have done those things correct, at least 90% of the game, we're going to win some of these games. I think we got to harp on the small details, and really harping on and believing in what the coaches have for the game plan. And then at the end of the day, just playing super, super hard. I feel like last game we didn't really give it all we had, and I think there's a lot more in the tank for us to give, and we got to learn how to get to that level.
Have you guys had to adjust your goals at all, or the goals remain the same?
The goals remain the same. The goals in the beginning of the season, the goals in Germany is taking it one day at a time, and every day go 1-0. Like, win the day. We got wake up, eat a great breakfast. That's 1-0. After that, you go to the arena, get a good workout in, a safe workout in, 1-0. You come home, eat a great lunch, 1-0. You come here before practice, you get good treatment in, restart your body like you had just waken up, go 1-0. Practice, 1-0. After, free throws and shooting, 1-0. After that, get a lot of treatment, 1-0. Get home, eat great dinner, 1-0, and get 8 hours or more sleep, 1-0. And just attacking the steps ahead of us and not behind us. And we've been about that all year. And that was our goal. And as long as we keep doing that, we know we're going to get what we want, or at least go out knowing we gave it all that we got. And at the end of the day, it's not our plan and it's not our goal. It's God's goal. And we can't ever be mad at where something is. Of course, we're going to be mad if we don't get what we wanted, because we all set goals for ourselves. But at the end of the day, when you look back, it's God's goals, and he has a plan for everything, so we can't deny him.
You guys are going up against a really good scoring guard, Mo Odom, this next game. Have you guys changed anything defensively, or maybe had some schematics that you guys have put in to specifically help stop his production?
I think every single game we go into, and there are respected players on every single team. I think every team in the Big 12 and every Power 5 and like high college basketball, when they're playing against great talent, which we do every single night, we always have something or something to help us win the game.
You mentioned injuries suck. Is it hard sometimes with what all y'all have gone through as a team to go like, why us, or like, why are we snake bit, or you know?
I feel like God puts his toughest battles on his toughest soldiers. That's one of my favorite quotes. It's all for a reason, and it's hard to really think of why, or like, like why is this happening? Because we won't be able to see it in the now. But all of us players going through these tough moments, there's going to be so much more tougher times in life. Because at the end of the day, basketball isn't like, there's a lot more important things than winning and losing a game, And all of us, when we lose, it hurts us bad. And we get stressed out and emotional wrecks and et cetera. But we just got to keep faith first. I know when I pray to the Lord, it makes me feel better after anything that ever happens. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about this program, and the thing about Big 12, and the thing about the conferences and the schedule. Like, you got another game to go prove yourself. You got the game to feel good after a game. And after games, we've been feeling bad lately, but we got another opportunity tomorrow to go feel good. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
we have a goal, what we know it would take to get to the tournament, and obviously we've continued to modify or adjust that based on where our record or where we're at currently. But I think the biggest thing is for us, it's always how can we be ready and improve and be able to compete at a level that gives us a chance to win the next game. And I think trying to break down things, yes, definitely big picture, but I think focusing on each day, each moment, each possession will lead to that too. So we've had a couple good days of practice. We were not pleased at all how the game at Kansas State went. I'd be surprised if we played like that again the rest of the year. And that's no knock on Kansas State and what they did and how they played. But 19 turnovers at our level is unacceptable.
You mentioned it just now. Obviously, it's about the next game, but big picture sense, if you do get to the end of the year and you get an NIT bid, would you accept that?
Yeah, I think right now it's probably like being on a battlefield. You're not thinking terms of surrender. You're thinking, how do we win the battle? So, like with us, how do we win the next game? As long as we play, we control our own destiny. And I think that's a blessing for most colleges from the standpoint the automatic bid comes with your conference tournament in years like this. And in the Big 12, you have an opportunity to earn it from regular season or in the tournament. But for us, we want to finish. We want to get on a roll. We got 5 games left. They're all quality opponents because that's the Big 12. And all of them are things that can help you with the Big 12 tournament and with your postseason aspirations. So with us, again, I think controlling what we can control, we won't beat anybody with 19 turnovers.
Scott, you're getting an Arizona State team that's won 3 of its last 4. What do you see from them?
Well, I think I know Fran talks about the psychology of the coach or the schedule, and just it seems like we haven't caught a lot of breaks on when we've played people this year. As far as some years, you're just blessed. Their top players out for your game, and they're coming off a situation where it's hard to play them versus a team that's won 3 or 4, got a lot of confidence, a lot of swag, playing well. So with us, again, it's we've been close in several of these 4 games we've lost, and now just making sure that we do everything we can to give ourselves the best chance to get a win. And 4 losses, that's 2 weeks without a loss. Nobody's happy. No one feels good with it. There are no moral victories. And we're going to compete at the highest level we can. And if we do that, we'll be fine with whatever the result. But we got to do that first part. And when I say compete, that means execute as well.
2 really tough games, 3-point shooting in a row. Do you feel like you're due for a good one? And is there anything you can target that,
Well, besides the mental breakdowns, because that's what you can control, running plays wrong, breaking down on defense, not doing what we've talked about game plans. So then coaching-wise, you look at it and say, okay, did we not drill it enough, too complicated? How can we explain it better? How can we put our guys in better positions to be successful? I think we've tried to do that with taking care of the basketball the last 2 days. And, again, what's tough about that is one game we'll have 9 turnovers, and it'll be a top 5 defense in the country like Iowa State, and then we'll play the next game and have 16, 17, 18, or 19, whatever. So it's like – coaches want consistency. One thing is with 3-point shooting, are we taking the right shots? And the good news is in the last 2 games, we've taken a lot of good shots. We turned down some shots we should have taken at K-State. So to me, if you're getting good shots, they're going to go in more times than not. When I say more times than not, in baseball, if you're if you go 1 for 3, you're in the Hall of Fame. And in college, if you make 1 for 2 from 3, you're elite. So like if you're moving the ball properly, though, defenses are in rotations, and if they're in rotations, even if you miss the shot, you get the offensive rebound or have a better chance to. So for us, it's really about shot selection more than the making of the shot. I think every game you could take, there's a couple of possessions I could have done better, but in the last 2 games, we've had a lot of good looks. And now we got to do a better job on the glass when we're not making shots. The other thing is, if we can get a couple more turnovers and we can get a couple more easies, then get to the free throw line a little more. Like, those are things that break up the monotony or in the runs without scoring. I mean, you can have 4 great looks from 3, but if you don't get any easy buckets, then how do you stop a run? And we got to find some ways to offensive rebound, turnovers, get some easies to break up a run when we're not shooting it well, because it's hard to beat any team in the top 50 in the nation if you're 2 for 22 or 3 for 23 from 3 or whatever.
Anything else? All right.
Thanks, Scott.
My man was firing. I like it. He was on point. Black.